In this video, I'm going to show you how to start a side hustle in 2023. A side hustle that could potentially help you make an extra $100 per month, $1,000 per month, or even double your normal income. So bookmark this video and make sure to watch it all the way until the end, because I'm going to be providing a realistic guide for you to follow to help you get there. All right, so first things first, I need to define the type of side hustle I'm referring to in this video, because most of you watching this video have probably already heard of a couple different types of side hustles. There are the type where you sell a product, and there's the type of side hustle where you sell a service. This video is exclusively about the type of side hustle where you are selling services. Services that you yourself will be providing to people in exchange for money. Services based on a valuable skill set that you have. And you heard me right. That's what I said. Skills that you have. And if you feel you don't have any valuable skills yet, don't worry, I'm gonna cover that part in this video too. Step one, research. So the first step in this guide is to do some research. Because until you do, you're really not gonna have much of an idea of what path you should go down when it comes to your side hustle. And please, please, please don't rush this step. It's really important. Your main goal in this whole research phase is to figure out the different types of skill sets that people are monetizing on sites like Fiverr or Upwork or wherever, and to make a list of all the different types of skills that you think would suit you and your potential clients best. Here's the easiest ways that you can go about doing this research. The first way is to browse freelance sites like I just mentioned, Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, whatever, and take note of what some sellers are already selling. The second thing you can do is watch YouTube videos for inspiration. I've already created a bunch of videos that list different skill sets or types of gigs you can offer on Fiverr. I'll link to a couple down below, but there's more than just the videos on my channel. Browse around, research side hustles on YouTube, see what people are talking about, and see if you can identify certain skill sets that you think would be a great fit for you. The third way you can do this research is by browsing online job boards and job postings. Check out LinkedIn, see and identify jobs that companies are posting, and see what types of skills they're looking for. This could be a good indication of the type of skills you can pinpoint based on what you think you might want to do. Once you've done your research and picked a skill set to build your side hustle around, you're ready to move on to step two. Step two is to learn the skill that you've chosen. Not only is step two about learning the skill, but it's about trying to master the skill that you've chosen. And don't panic, yes, this is gonna take a little bit of work, but this is all part of the process of building a side hustle that's gonna make you money long term. And I'll be totally honest with you, a lot of the people who message me on YouTube, Twitter, or wherever asking for help seem to have skipped this step or rushed past it in their own journey to starting a side hustle, which a lot of the time actually kills their business altogether. So don't be that person and don't skip steps. Here are a couple really accessible ways you can go about learning this new skill that you want to learn. The first way is the solo route, through watching YouTube videos and practicing on your own time. Depending on the type of learner you are, this can be a super effective way of learning a new skill, especially skills where there is just a ton of resources available online and aren't super technically difficult to get started with. Things like graphic design or video editing come to mind when I think about the type of stuff that can most easily be learned through YouTube. Another way that's probably a better fit for most learners out there is through structured learning. Sites like Skillshare and Coursera offer huge catalogs of different courses targeting different skill sets that you can take and learn from for a monthly subscription fee. I linked to both of them in the description of this video, and I think each offers a free trial, so you can even start learning for free. These are sites that I really recommend. In Coursera's case, they're offering high quality courses offered through universities, so that's a really great value. And when it comes to the subscription cost, like the monthly cost for both Skillshare and Coursera, it's pretty reasonable relative to all the other courses you can see online offered by specialists that command really astronomical prices in the thousands. Skillshare and Coursera are amazing options that I highly recommend. The third way you can learn your skill is to learn by doing. And I don't mean chancing it with clients paying you, not realizing that you're a total beginner. What I mean is actually trying to get a job with a company as an intern or apprentice, either for free or for low wages, to try to learn the skill you want to learn from professionals. If you're reaching out trying to be an intern or even a low-paying employee with no experience, you're probably going to get rejected a lot. But a lot of companies do hire inexperienced staff, and this can be an amazing way for you to learn skills that you want to sell from the pros. All right, so step 3 to starting your side hustle in 2023 is to set your prices. So once you've decided on a skill, learned and mastered that skill, and before you can sell it, you need to decide how much you're going to sell it for. And not only how much you're going to charge for the service, but what's included in that cost. That part, deciding on what exactly is going to be included in the cost that you charge for your services, is often neglected by new freelancers and a lot of the times results in money being left on the table. Nobody wants that. New side hustlers often decide on their price, but neglect things like what's extra, or where they'll draw the line if a client keeps coming back asking for revisions or extra work. These types of things are the types of considerations you really need to iron out before you agree to work with someone. It will help you avoid a sticky situation and it'll help you avoid doing free work. Step 4 in starting your side hustle in 2023 is to list your services for sale. Step 4 is really the part where stuff starts to get real. Listing your services for sale, putting them out there to the world. And there's a couple different ways that you can go about doing this. The first option is one that I'm a big fan of and talk about a lot on this channel. It's posting your services for sale on an existing freelance platform. Site like Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, there are a ton of them. This option is great for people who want to minimize their overhead costs when initially starting their side hustle. In exchange for making things easy, including a lot of tools and software, these types of sites do charge a percentage of every order you receive on their platform. It's how they make their money, and I'm telling you this now so that there's no surprises, because a lot of people message me surprised that they see 20% of their sale price vanished into thin air. This is the way these sites make money, and in my opinion, it's actually a fair trade based on all of the traffic, software, and things that they offer to people on their platform. The other way that you can go about listing your services is to go like the traditional business route, to create a website, advertise your services on your site and off your site, and drive traffic that way. This is a great option if you want to avoid something like a 20% cut to a freelance platform. But just because you're avoiding the platform costs doesn't mean this is necessarily cheaper up front. Creating a website's expensive, hiring a web designer to design a beautiful looking website is also expensive, and you're gonna have to purchase all the type of back-end business or administrative software that you need to run your business that's included on sites like Fiverr. And the reality with doing it yourself is you'll probably need to spend a lot more time, energy, and money on marketing, because on a big freelance platform, you're benefiting from the huge influx and buyer traffic they already have who know about their site. When you create a brand new site for yourself, no one's gonna know about it. And the only way people are gonna learn about it and eventually buy your stuff is if you make them know about it. Step 5 in creating your side hustle in 2023 is making it happen. Making it happen is probably the hardest step in all of this. And this is the step that I think separates a lot of okay side hustlers from a lot of exceptional side hustlers who make a ton of money. And the sad reality is it's at this step that most people give up despite all of the time and energy they've put in getting to this point. Making it happen and how you are successful in making it happen is ultimately up to you. But here are a few tips I'll share with you to help make this a little bit easier for you. The first thing you should know is that once you've got everything set up, you should not just sit back and wait for clients to start rolling in. This is a mistake that a lot of people make. You need to be hustling, telling people about your business, getting eyes and attention on the services you are now selling. Most common and effective way of doing this is to actually reach out to companies that might be a fit for your service, pitching them your service and trying to sell them your service. You basically need to be prospecting. I've already got a bunch of videos on how you can do email prospecting. I'll link to them in the description, but there's a ton of sales videos on YouTube freely available to help you with email prospecting, cold calling, pitching, all that stuff. You should look into it because it's a core skill that you'll need for this business and any other business you plan on starting. Sales is huge. The second tip I can give you on making it happen is to not give up. The reality is that if this is something you're doing for the first time, it's probably going to take longer than you anticipate for things to start happening. It's also probably going to be harder than you expected. I'm just being real with you. But this is all part of the reality of starting a side hustle. Anticipate that it's going to be this way, have it in your mind that you're going to stick with it and be successful. If, of course, it's something you truly want to do and stick with. If you find out that it's not for you, there's no harm in quitting. Seriously. The third tip I have for you when it comes to making it happen is to be open to learning and changing your approach. This one is huge. Because when you first start out, you really don't know what you don't know, and this is totally normal. But as you start learning, you ramp up your business, find a little bit of success, you're gonna encounter a bunch of situations, a bunch of types of customers, solve a bunch of problems that you never encountered before. Don't be afraid to take what you've experienced and try to continually learn and improve, because there's always room to grow and there's always room to improve. And that's a core mindset of successful side hustlers. You need to be looking for those opportunities to learn, change, adapt, improve, do better, all that type of stuff. Keep this in mind so that you never stagnate and are constantly learning and developing. All right, so that is my guide for how to start a service-based side hustle in 2023. Are you gonna give it a shot? Let me know if you have any questions below. That's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, cheers.